To create a golf course, many acres of land have to be cleared of natural vegetation, habitat, graded, and planted with non-native grass, trees, and shrubs. So all that takes a lot of water, fertilizer, pesticides, and local water supply may or may not use the required irrigation systems needed. So chemicals combined with over navigation may contaminate groundwater. So aquifers, surface water bodies, and the ocean. So native plants and animals may be destroyed or driven out. The golf course may directly or indirectly block coastal access or take away beach parking. Golf courses can also often encourage other departments such as housing tracts, restaurants, shopping malls, and much more. It's pretty cool. So what is it? What is your opinion on golf courses and the environment? What is it?
Yeah.
Is it a good thing or bad thing?
Yeah, well, it's a hot topic, and it always has been, especially with our water shortages. And I think it's important for the customers and the public to know how important the golf courses are for the environment. Obviously, we have over 1,600 trees on our property. Trees are good for the
Trees
environment.
are definitely good, yeah.
Whether it's wildlife, birds, many different facets of oxygen to the air, etc. We use here at Santa Barbara Golf Club, over 90% of our water used is reclaimed. So we're not using potable water, okay? We do to irrigate our greens a little bit because the greens are the most challenging condition for us. So we do use a little bit of potable water there, but again, over 90% of our water is reclaimed.
Courses can provide habitat for various land and aquatic animals. They are desirable types of development than houses, shopping malls, power plants, and sewage treatment plants. Some things that are pros of having golf courses are: 1, golf courses, ruts, and trees create good wildlife habitat. 2, turf protects topsoil from water and wind irrigation. 3, courses improve community aesthetics, such as gains in beauty. 4, turf absorbs rainwater. 5, golf and turf reduces stress, improves physical health. 6, golf contributes to the community's economy. While these are some of the many pros to a golf course, it can also benefit us and the environment in one way.
As far as the environment itself goes, we're keeping and being good stewards by not using anything that's called red label on the golf course, anything that's dangerous that could eventually flow into the waterways in any ways or get out to the oceans or anything like that. So our chemical use is at a minimal compared to other regulated golf courses because we're city owned. So there's many good things that we do for the environment, as well as a recreational spot for the public people here in town to get out and get fresh air, oxygen, exercise, and recreation, which is an important part for all of us to have a healthy life.
Solution. Golf course designers, owners, and operators are more and more aware of environmental issues. Many have found a green way of building and maintaining courses. There are programs such as which the United States of Golf Association and U.S. Air Force have established environmental friendly golf courses. Nowadays, new solutions are added to the protection of the environment. Environmental planning conduct a site evaluation, develop with maps and highlights and wildlife habitat, water sources, and management zones.
So, do you guys use birdhouses, pesticides, or fish ponds, or bat boxes in this golf course, or?
I'm not aware of any bat boxes. Definitely bird houses are out there. We also have perches for the hawks to land on, and there's 3 or 4 of them out there as part of the wildlife, and obviously keep that going. And what was the other one?
There's pesticides. It's the only one left here.
Yeah, pesticides are used on, again, a very limited basis.
Yeah.
Because we're held to the city's regulations and conditions which they provide to my superintendent. So on a very limited basis.
So
What is the? Do you guys do have fish ponds though, right? Or no? No.
Not fish ponds. No, we have water catch basins for fish, which do happen to grow in there, but it's not for fishing
I got
per
you.
se.
Yeah,
If
you
that's what
wouldn't want
I think
that,
of a
no.
fishing pond or a lake as people go out and fish.
Oh, okay.
We don't allow fishing, and the waters do have some fish in them. Yeah, just through the ecosystem and
Well, that's great though. Yeah.
tadpoles and frogs and turtles and all that other different stuff.
Chemical use reduction and safety, water conservation, water quality management, outreach and education within the community, communicating environmental goals the golf course has. With these solutions, the protection of wildlife and habitat will make a drastic change in the environment.
Is there anything we can improve on? Like, what would help the ecosystem in this situation? If anything in here, what could help?
I think what we're trying to do, and it's not quite hit us yet, and the reason why is the cost and the expense. But I think of things like eventually at some point I see golf courses going to non-gasoline toxins for the air and going electric.
Oh, yeah.
And they are in the process of getting like electric cars. They're in the process of electric mowers. The challenge is, if you've seen them, these big mowers, and they're
Yeah.
they're $70,000 to $90,000 machines. They're big and they weigh a lot. The electricity to keep them charged to go up and down the hills and mow grass,
It's
but
a lot.
it's a lot. But we've moved into things like electric blowers, electric weed eaters, to try to do as little as possible for the gas fumes to be, into the air. We've also, the city, as you've heard, the non-smoking city. So we've made improvements there. We don't allow smoking in any of the public parks, beaches.